Welcome to another episode of GeekOutdoors.com. Altered Carbon Season 2 is the follow-up to the original Blade Runner show, which was originally played by Joel Kinnaman as Takeshi or Tox Kovacs. Now in Season 2, we still have the same Takeshi Kovacs, but now in a new sleeve and played by a new actor in Anthony Mackie. So how does Season 2 compare to Season 1? Well, pretty good. And so getting to the things that I really enjoyed about this series is Anthony Mackie as Takeshi Kovacs. Even though technically it is the same character, Anthony Mackie brings something different to him, and this is 30 years after the original, and I wouldn't necessarily say one actor is better than the other, because Joel Kinnaman, the way he played Takeshi Kovacs, is more of a silent, inward-thinking, mysterious character who's trying to figure things out, whereas Anthony Mackie, he plays somebody who is very charismatic, who's very comfortable being Takeshi Kovacs, and 30 years after events of the original, he has changed, and I would say for the better, because I really feel like this version of Takeshi Kovacs, he's more human, even though he is more powerful, and even though he has a lot of things that we already understand from Season 1, there's just something really fresh and new about him, and he's a vulnerable character as well, so I really enjoyed Anthony Mackie's performance as Takeshi Kovacs. And then the second thing I love about Season 2 is the fact that they really focus on characters. This is a very character-driven narrative, not just with Takeshi Kovacs, but also other returning characters like the AI Poe. We have Falconer, and we have a lot of returning and new characters. And I think Season 2 really spent more time fleshing these characters out, whether it's talking about their past, their motivations, or just really the struggles that they're going through. I really feel like this whole idea of having unlimited immortal life, I think Season 2 takes that to a bigger level, and that's what I really enjoyed about it, and it made me care more about what was going on to each one of these characters. And I would say the majority of the characters played by all these actors and actresses, they're very likable overall, and most of them have more layers. They're not very surface level, except for maybe one really important character, which I'll talk about later. And then another thing I love about Season 2 is this world building. Now, Season 1, the first few episodes, I would say like 3 to 4 episodes, I was really into the world. It's very Blade Runner-esque. But after a while, it kind of lost that whole world building that I enjoyed so much in the, first half of this series. Whereas in Season 2, there's less episodes. There's 8 episodes. And I really feel it's more focused. And even though they spend most of their time on this one world, it just seems so much bigger. Everything just looks better, I would say, and more organic, whereas the very first one, it felt very cold and artificial, if that makes sense. And then the final thing that I enjoyed about this is the action combined with the whole special effects. All of those things put together makes this such an exhilarating show. The hand-to-hand combat, the choreography was awesome, and the effects really lent to the overall action vibe of this. This is more of a sci-fi action movie, whereas the original was more of a sci-fi noir or thriller, and so I really enjoyed this. I think overall the action was just top-notch.
For the best value in domain names, check out Namecheap, where you can get a domain for an entire year for less than $10, plus get WhoisGuard privacy protection for free. For more information, check out the affiliate link in the description area below.
So getting into things that I didn't like about Season 2 is, even though I do love the character-focused story, the one main character, or the villain, is very one-note, very surface level, and to be honest, generic and forgettable. A lot of times I think the best series or best type of movies are the ones that actually have a very deep villain, the one that is complex, where you could see them as, having some good intentions. You kind of relate with them even though they're doing really evil things. And with this one, you don't really get that. And then the second thing I didn't enjoy with Season 2 is, even though I really did love the side stories, the character-based story, the overall bigger story of what they're really facing and what they're really trying to save, it was just really not fulfilling. And then when you think about, like what they're facing and how powerful this thing is, a lot of things just don't make sense, and you'll kind of understand whenever you are watching it. And then the final thing I would say is, just like a lot of things that happen, after a while, they kind of become predictable. and they do try to throw you some curves there and reveal a lot of things, but I really didn't get much out of that. And even though I do like the fact that they dug in deeper as to why things happen, a lot of times I just wasn't as interested, if that makes sense. You kind of have to watch the whole series to kind of get that. And then by the end of the whole series, I think the payoff could have been better, but it wasn't quite there. And so those are my overall thoughts on Altered Carbon Season 2. In the end, this is better than Season 1 for me, and I really feel this is what Season 1 should have been, and I really look forward to future seasons of this. Hopefully they bring Anthony Mackie back, but considering that these are sleeves, that they go to different bodies, it gives a lot of flexibility to the creators of the show to put in different actors and actresses while, still maintaining the same character and world that they have. And so those are my thoughts on Altered Carbon Season 2. If you've actually seen this or had any thoughts on this, be sure to leave that in the comments area below. And if you want to see more of my sci-fi reviews, I do have a playlist. I'll leave that in the description as well if you're interested. So as always, if you did get value out of these videos, be sure to share, like, and subscribe. Hey geeks, if you are a creative geek like me and you wanted to learn how to create content on YouTube and other places on the internet, then check out my Go Content Creators group, where you'll get access to additional videos and content for all the creative geeks out there. And the best part of it is, all of this is free. Simply head over to the link below, check out my page, and sign up for my Go Content Creators group. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the other side.